6 months into a friends with benefits situation, I realized she had feelings for me. I panicked and almost ruined everything. 8 months later, I was standing on a Ferris wheel in Florence, Italy, with a ring in my pocket and shaking hands. This is the full story of how I almost lost the best thing that ever happened to me. About 8 months ago, I almost made the biggest mistake of my life. Chris and I had known each other since middle school. Never romantic, just always good friends. 6 months before all of this, we had ended up in a friends with benefits situation after we both came out of difficult relationships at the same time. Something unexpected happened. We became genuinely best friends. We spent more time just hanging out than anything else. She started staying the night, started making comments around our friends. The dynamic was shifting, and I could feel it. I knew she had developed feelings. And when I sat with that realization, I panicked. I called her and told her I did not share those feelings and was not ready for a relationship. Then I went to therapy. My last relationship had been toxic and abusive. It had destroyed my ability to trust, my ability to let myself feel love. And when my therapist helped me slow down and actually examine my feelings, I realized something. Her voice was my favorite sound. Her smile was what I saw when I closed my eyes. I had been in love with her for months without admitting it to myself. I texted her and asked if she would hear me out over dinner. She said yes. I told her everything. About how my past had made me panic. About how I felt. About wanting to give us a real chance if she was willing to be patient with me. She was willing. Our first proper date was at the Italian restaurant she had mentioned wanting to try 2 months earlier. I had already found out her favorite flower was pink lilies, and had them waiting when I arrived. When she opened the door in her tan dress with her ice blue eyes and her smile, I genuinely forgot how to speak. I am a photographer who has worked with models on beaches in Miami and landscapes in Iceland and Ireland. I thought I understood beauty. She redefined it for me in that doorway. We had dinner. We walked to a bar with live music. The band played something by the Beatles, which she told me was her favorite slow song, so I asked her to dance. She kissed me. It felt different from every time before. Like the whole room went quiet and it was just us. 8 months later, I had done the maths. From February to April, we had spent 39 days together and only 32 apart. We had moved in together. We were talking about the future. Kids. A wedding. She wanted spring. I had always planned on fall for the photography. I decided I was having a spring wedding. I booked flights to Italy. I told her I had a photography job and wanted to bring her along. I had the ring. I had the plan. The day of the proposal, I threw the plan away and just wandered with her through Florence, finding random shops and sculptures and a flea market where she found a top she loved. For someone with OCD, giving up that control was one of the hardest things I have ever done. It was also one of the best. That evening, I took her to the Florence Eye, a giant Ferris wheel overlooking the city at sunset. At the top, my mind went completely blank. I could not remember which pocket the ring was in. My hands were shaking. She could see I was panicking. Before I could find the ring, before I could even get the question out, she said yes. We get married in October. I spent so long thinking I was too damaged to deserve someone like her, that there had to be some terrible fate waiting for me if I let myself love again. I am so glad I was wrong. Comment yes if this story made you believe in love, or no if you think we moved too fast. And share this with someone who needed to hear that it is never too late to choose courage over fear.